Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And I'm here in Arizona still, hanging out with my family, but I'm really excited because today we're going to do another mock improv. And I've been trying to do these once a month, and we're staying on schedule. And I wanted to introduce and welcome our participants. And today we have, first, let me introduce you, Brick Literacy.
Hello.
We have Remy, who is joining us from Virginia.
Yes.
And how long have you been in AFOL?
Well, I really got back into it during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So for about 2-ish years. Yeah.
So it's
But of course,
great
I had Lego as a kid. I just
right.
Yeah.
And I know that you and I met, as well as our next guest, through Tricky Bricks. Mm-hmm. And I am really excited because also, for those of you who don't know, Remy is part of Brick Literacy, who has his own YouTube channel. So if you are not following him, make sure you do follow him soon.
Yes, follow me. I will put more content on there eventually. But for now, you just have to take it on faith.
Yeah, well, we know everybody's busy and we're in the middle of a freaking pandemic, right? So we have other things to be considering. And my next guest is Mairead. Hello, Mairead. How are you?
Hi, everyone.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you, too. I'm so excited. This is my first mock improv.
Yay! Here, let me give this a little bit more room.
Yep.
Yeah, so I wanted to just mention that Mairead, this is the first time she's done mock improv. Remy has done mock improv before. And then I obviously have been doing it for a while. And look, Debo's in the house and Mr. Dewey's in the house. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream. Yes. And today, part of the reason why we're doing this is really to raise awareness about mental health. And the reason why this particular month is January, and I'm participating in the Mind the Bricks, #MindTheBricks challenges. And the one that we're doing, and since Debo's here, is we're re-bricking this set. So in addition to mock improv, this is kind of a twofer. We're doing mock improv using this aerial assault set and #MindTheBrick and #rebrick this all in one. So mock improv, rebrick this, yes. Mind the Brick, all mashed up together.
That's that's
and for those of you who don't know about, and if you don't know about #MindTheBrick, it's really what Nick Bright from Brighton Bricks has been doing with multiple builders on the internet. So different streamers, different, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, and Instagram streamers. He's reached out to all of them and said, hey, I want to raise awareness about mental health and the importance of having, a support group. And Lego has been that community for many of us during this pandemic. And hello, Joel, Have Studs Will Travel. You're watching The Shining. Perfect for mental
Have Studs already
awareness.
Being an instigator here.
That's true. That is very true. If you do not know The Shining, shame on you. You should watch that movie. Jack Nicholson at his finest. And if you're not familiar with Cabin Fever, that is a classic example of what not having a community and not having people that you can communicate with on a regular basis can do and play with your mind. And Debo Bricks, all work and no play, make Joel a villain. Indeed, indeed. For those of you who do not know, Joel likes to stir the pot a little bit and bring up some interesting topics. And I don't know if you actually chose The Shining specifically because we're doing this right now. The other thing that's happening right now, which is very important to me, is the Rams are playing the Buccaneers. And the Rams are ahead. And so if every now and then, Remy has it in the background. So I've asked Remy that if there's ever a big score, he's going to mention it. And we're going to kind of have updates to the game along with this. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Niners fan. I know Mairead is in the Bay Area as well. So when the Niners won yesterday against Green Bay, it was a party here. We're big Niners fans.
Incredible.
And it was great because my mom, my dad, my brother, and I were all together. And it has been a long time since we've been together during football season. leading up to the Super Bowl. So anyway, the last thing I wanted to add is we have another player to add to the field, and that is the timer.
Wow.
We have a timer that we're going to be
I got
doing.
excited for a second. I thought
It's like, who's in the waiting room?
Yeah.
It's a timer. That's because, we're going to be head deep into building. And for those of you who haven't participated in a mock improv before, we ask the chat for the topic. We will find out what location they want this build to be in, and also what activities we should be doing. Hooded One is here. Ahoy, hoy. How are you? And Joel says he chose The Shining because I'm about to watch the director's cut of the sequel, Doctor Sleep. Okay, you're just doing binge watching today.
Yes.
So
Stephen King is the original pioneer of the shared universe.
Yes. Yes, I guess that's true. Yeah, so Have Studs Will Travel definitely stirs the pot so much he is a spatula. Okay, we're going to have to bring with us to Brick's Cascade an aluminum pole to celebrate Festivus, and we're going to have to bring a spatula for Joel. And Cowboy Kenobi's here. Hello, how are you, Cowboy Cornado? So today we're going to ask the chat for some input, for suggestions. Just to go through the guidelines, we are going to be using this set. So only the pieces in this set plus a 12-piece allowance out of your collection. So depending on what the topic is, you may have something in your collection that might be, you can add to it. So we're giving you a 12-piece allowance, and you get to build on a 16 by 16 square. I don't have my collection with me, so I had to pull together a 16 by 16 plate. And if you don't, the last time I did this, I took a 32 by 32 and I built in the corner. So that's another option too. You can just find and piece together what you can. If I knew how to mock, I would build a Lego spatula. I have a feeling you'll be getting some spatulas when we meet. And I hope you and Marae do get a chance to carpool to Brick's Cascade. I know you're maybe in discussions about that. So fingers crossed.
When is Brick's Cascade?
It is the middle of March. I believe it is March 12th and 13th.
I think you're right.
I have my calendar, my high-tech calendar is here. Let's see, February 11th, 12th, and 13th. And that'll be at Portland at the Portland Convention Center. And there's a huge showing of people who are going to be there. And I'm fingers crossed. I am leaving Arizona the end of February, and I will be back in Seattle the first week of March, so I can gather my mocks and take them down to Brick's Cascade. I'm already pre-registered, so that's the plan. Okay, my friends. So we all have a 16 by 16 plate. Hello, Mr. Dewey.
I have a base plate. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, base plate's great. Yeah, no, it's just 16 by 16 build space. And you can see I had to put one together. So.
I have one somewhere.
Good job.
Yes.
That's what Lego's about, right? Building.
That's right. That's right. It's in, just kind of in your mind, think of this as a uniform color. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Oh, Mr. Huey 69, how are you? I'm doing better. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
I know that it's been challenging for me, and this is part of the reason why I really love this community, because this community really kind of keeps me going and we keep each other going, and I think that's the thing that is wonderful about how we work together as a team. Okay, so I'm sharing this and you can see this, and I'm looking at my other view. Okay, cool. All right, so what we want to do is we want to put in a bunch of locations, and I'll probably need your help because otherwise I have to switch between screens back and forth. So the chat, if you can tell us, where do you want these builds to be? For those of you who aren't familiar with this set, there is 2 minifigs in here. There's Icarus and Sprite. So,
are we allowed to open our set yet?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
of course.
Oh,
Of course,
okay.
yes. So Walmart. Okay. So I see that. Walmart. Aspen, Nebraska. Aspen and Nebraska. Okay. Nebraska is kind of wow. What
The
do you
Overlook
do in
Hotel,
Nebraska?
that could be fun.
The Overlook Hotel. Oh my God. Okay.
While we're getting
in the
locations,
mind's eye.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm sorry. While we're getting locations, Mairead, is that a dinosaur holding a hockey stick on your shirt?
Yes,
or what's
this is
going
actually
on?
my old hockey team. We were called the Tyrannosaurus Czechs.
That's great.
Our
Okay,
motto
I'm sorry,
was
I
big heart, smaller.
I stopped sharing the screen. Okay.
That's great.
Over there on the left in Duckburg.
Ooh, a hedge maze. I like the hedge maze idea.
Oh, I like Duckburg too.
Hedge maze. Wow, a hedge maze. That's almost like the House of Mirrors we did a while back. Oops, sorry. Did I
We
okay.
can still see your.
Okay,
So
you can still
Devo
see it.
says,
Okay, good.
Toronto.
Let's see. Toronto. Okay.
But I've never been to Toronto, so if that gets chosen, I'm just going to have to
You can do research.
project
You're
my
allowed to do research.
prejudices on what I think Toronto looks like.
Right.
I don't know what the
Okay.
Overlook Hotel is. What's
I
the
think over there on the left is hilarious.
The Overlook Hotel is the hotel from The Shining. That's the
It's the
setting of
Shining
The
Hotel,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. All right. This looks like a good list that we have, but it does look challenging too.
Inner space.
Aboard the
how we
Polar
would do inner
Express,
space.
Seoul. Oh my gosh, we've got some more. Okay, hold up. Let me get this. Inner space. All right, inner space.
Aboard the Polar Express.
Polar Express. On board the Polar Express. Okay. What else was I missing here?
Do you have party bus?
Switch between page 394, room 237, and page and Seoul. Okay. Seoul. Room 237 and page, what was it? Page 394. Okay. Okay, I think we have enough here. I think we have enough.
Yeah, this is.
How do you do
many
page
locations.
394? What is that? Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I think we have enough.
Random page in a book.
This is great, chat. Okay. So last call before I start spinning the wheel. Okay. I'm going to spin the wheel. Okay, my friends. On there on the left. Over there on the left. Seoul. Okay. See, I'm going to have to do research on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never been there.
I've never been there either. So this, you're allowed to do
go
research.
Very badly.
So don't worry. We can do research on this. Okay, so we're going to be in Seoul, Korea. I'm assuming that's where he mentioned was Seoul. Okay, now we need to go check on what are we going to be doing in Seoul, Korea. It's going to be, all right, let's see. Here we go. Here are the activities. And hold up. Let me scroll down. All right. And a honky tonk down in Mexico.
Oh,
I
see. A foodie destination. Really
karaoke. Okay, so we have karaoke.
Karaoke.
You want to do the honky tonk down there in Seoul, Korea?
No, we can just
We can
do Seoul.
do that. Honky tonk. And
okay. Yeah. No, I like honky tonk like as an action. Like we're honky tonking.
All right, we're gonna be honky tonking. Okay, whatever honky tonking is, yeah. I guess I have to define that. Filming a made-for-TV movie.
There you go.
Comparing life insurance policies.
Yeah.
Okay, buying a MacBook. Comparing life insurance policies. That's hilarious. Okay.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, what's up, Alex?
Replacing your Crocs. Okay.
Well, no.
That's right. I didn't get the filming a made-for-TV movie. Filming a made-for-TV movie. Replacing your Crocs. Okay.
Well, technically, he says relacing your Crocs, which is harder
relacing.
to do.
Oh, it's relacing.
Replacing is probably fine.
Okay, I'll put relacing. Hunting down that person that framed you.
I do like the escaping zombies to
this.
Busan.
Okay.
I'll Train to Busan.
I like this. Hunting down that person who framed you. I missed a few. What else did I miss? Alphabet Olympics, reading a book.
Zombies
reading a book.
Busan.
In Alphabet Olympics, reading a book. Okay.
I don't know if I have any zombies though.
Where's the zombies?
It's up above. Hunting down
escaping zombies to Busan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If anyone else has seen Train to Busan, it's a very famous Korean movie, zombie movie.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I have anything zombie-like here, but okay. At a Post Malone concert with your MacBook. Okay. Oh boy.
If we build a MacBook, can we ask Apple for sponsorship?
They're more likely to shut us down and get the video removed from the internet than give us
schooling young punks and waterboarding.
But we can ask.
Oh my God. Waterboarding, that's pretty harsh, Cornado. They're getting dark here. Riding a bike.
Paddleboarding or waterboarding?
He said waterboarding.
He did say waterboarding.
He said waterboarding. It's like we're gonna, I don't know. Okay, let's see what happens. I think that's probably enough. Right?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's probably enough. Kung Fu fighting. Okay, we'll add Kung Fu fighting on there. Okay, so Kung Fu fighting's the last one. We're gonna add. Okay, I think that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, yeah, waterboarding in Korea. Let's hope that doesn't come up. Let's just hope.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back to Wheel of Names. Let me scroll up here.
I'm proud of
it, my friends. Here we go.
For not
what are we gonna be doing?
Participating in the Squid Games.
Hunting down. Oh, the Alphabet Olympics. Okay. Okay, that's going to be interesting, which I think we could probably still do. I'm not even sure what Alphabet Olympics are.
Yeah.
Do you know what those are?
We're going to have to do some research here.
I think we're going to have to do some research, yeah. Because I don't know what iconic things are in Seoul, Korea. And I don't know. Did Seoul have the Olympics? Did they ever have the Olympics there? Taekwondo is more Korean than Kung Fu. That's true. Taekwondo fighting. No litter box. That's right. No litter box today. It's open for interpretation. Okay. All right. So now we know what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do Alphabet Olympics in Seoul. Okay. And we have only the parts in this set plus a 12-piece allowance plus whatever space. Yeah, those are great. Yeah. Those little pearlescent horns are amazing. Okay, so are contestants ready?
Are we going to choose minifigures or just whatever minifigures?
There's 2 minifigures inside the set.
Okay.
So we'll use those as our main characters.
Okay.
And especially we're doing Alphabet Olympics, right? So you have 2 characters that can be competing for something. And Alphabet Olympics in your soul. Yeah, I guess you could do that too. You can interpret it. I'm going to have to do some research. I know in the past I've done some where I've taken, 8 to 10 minutes doing that. Okay, so I'm going to start the timer.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready? Okay, we're going to go start the timer. Okay. Are ready? Okay, here we go.
All right.
Okay, timer's going. So we have an hour, and feel free, chat, to, add your banter if you want. I am going to do some research on iconic buildings in Seoul, Korea.
Yeah.
There's that like Dongguram building, big
Oh,
round one.
do you want me to
That's all
share
right.
my screen on this? Will this help you?
Yeah, I know nothing about.
Okay,
Seoul.
I'm going to share my screen so we can all be kind of actively participating. And so I just did a search on iconic building in Seoul, Korea. And there's a couple that look interesting. I'm going to look on images. So here's some images here. Ooh, look at that. The dancing towers.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, the thing is we have to use what's in the set, but you know what's cool in this set are those horn pieces. So those could be helpful. I don't know if anything grabs you, but this is also interesting. It's an abandoned building in North Korea. Oops. It just says I said Seoul. Okay. All right.
I like
Maybe
the
this Seoul
juxtaposition.
skyscraper. This is an option. I think also this one could be an option, right? This, just for reference, what is this tower called?
It's like
The
like a wavy
GT
building.
Tower. This is called the GT Tower. So I think I'm going to use that as a point of reference for one of my builds. Okay. All right. So now we know what these are. Now we want to
Nebraska
know what
would have been
Alphabet
on there.
Olympics are.
So yeah, this is apparently like a kids thing to help them like learn the alphabet. They have a mascot like dress up and sing a song.
Oh, do they?
Wow.
Really?
That's what it says on Facebook here. So could be true, could be not.
So to learn the alphabet, they do Olympic sports, or
okay. So here's what the author says. I was inspired to write this book, The Alphabet Olympics, when my youngest was struggling to learn the alphabet. He was simply not interested, but he was interested in sports and their logos, mascots, and even the towns they were from.
Well, so I have an image here that I found, which might also help. So this is it looks like Alphabet Olympics, where they like here how they say K is for kickboxing, J is for jogging, M is for motor race, N is for netball. So I guess we could do either way. Q is for quiver. So I guess if you take a letter in the alphabet and then tie it with the sport.
Yeah. Do we have to use the Korean alphabet, Devo? I don't know.
Does anybody know Korean here? I don't.
Doesn't Korea use the Hangul alphabet, which only has like 20 letters?
They only have like circles and straight lines, right? Mostly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like we need Brickworm for that. She was learning.
I feel like the chat has really hosed us this time. So
well, no, I think it's going to be good. I actually am excited about this. Now, Mr. Dewey was asking if we heard about the Microsoft Activision acquisition for $70 billion. I did not.
I have heard about this. I talk about that all day if we want to.
I think this is a good thing. I've been talking to Remy about how he's the person I go to when I want to learn about current events. So I usually look at his Instagram feed and I learn everything about what's going on in the world. So if you're not following Brick Literacy on Instagram, especially your stories are awesome because did you hear about, since Toronto was on our list, the Canadian pipeline? Did you hear that they're shutting down Toronto on February 4th?
I did not hear that
they
specifically.
Shut down, I think, the Spadina off-ramp, and they did that, I think, last weekend, and they've put out a call that on February 4th, they're going to shut down the city. They're going to
Yeah, yeah. This has been like a big thing for the past few months. This,
Yeah,
trying to force through this pipeline here.
exactly. The people are going nuts about I guess they want their oil and they want their oil now. And yeah, it's nuts. It is
Well,
nuts out there.
yeah.
So I think we're going to do an interpretation of that building using these horn pieces
Cool.
for Seoul, Korea, right? At least that's what I'm going to do.
Here.
That
Right,
building.
I'm gonna make my own base plate too.
Yeah. What is the Alphabet Olympics? It's you essentially, at least what I read, is you take a letter in the alphabet and you associate a sport with it. So N could be any kind of netball, and O is for Olympics, and K is for kickboxing. You can do whatever you want. So we just have to see what sport that they're going to be doing. And that building is going to be an interesting interpretation. So
yeah, Debo,
it's going to be micro scale. When I want to learn about current events, I consult my local oceanographer.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I hope they give you something good to work on.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
normally I don't know anything. It takes a lot of time, y'all.
It takes time for what?
To know things out.
Oh yeah.
oh
Definitely.
yeah.
Well, if you don't have to know things. I mean, you can just start building from what's inside the set. Yeah, I think what's going to be interesting is how we interpret the challenge, right? Seoul, Korea. Like, how do you build Seoul, Korea? I'm going to use that wavy building as my reference. So I'm just trying to figure out how to connect these pieces together. So yeah, thanks for that challenge, Debo. I think that was Debo's suggestion. Uh-oh, what did Debo say here? Yeah. Oh, okay, that's right. I already got that. When I want to learn about current events, I check the mountaintops for the lighting of the beacons. That is a great Lord of the Rings reference. And for those of you who haven't heard me talk about this, my dad was in the military, and he was stationed in St. John's, Newfoundland, when they thought that the Russians were going to bomb the United States back, in the late 50s. So him and his squadron would be on top of this hill with their binoculars waiting for these airplanes to come down. And they were like the beacon lighters, right? That if something were to happen, they were the ones to notify everybody. Nothing happened, as you know. Spoiler alert, for those of you who don't know, we weren't bombed by the Russians. Yeah.
I think some people didn't need to hear that.
Well, I mean, there are some people, like Mr. Dewey might be a little younger, maybe don't know about those events that had happened.
Yeah,
Call of Duty might be an Xbox
needed to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, so this Activision Blizzard thing.
Oh yes.
This does affect us a little bit because there was that Overwatch set.
That's true.
And,
that's true. The Overwatch set is pertinent.
I don't want to get into it here because it's really bad at Activision Blizzard. Like, very bad.
Okay.
Like, they're being sued by a lot of federal and state agencies.
Really?
For the working conditions, yeah.
Oh.
At Activision Blizzard. Like, the California Department of Fair Equity and Housing and like the SEC is suing them. And just a lot of bad things are happening.
Okay.
So
Mr. Dewey is saying that they're not that young. Okay. We weren't sure. It's hard to tell the age of people in the chat.
Yeah. But
well, I think that, going back to current events, that it's nice when there are people who, like I said, I'm doing a shout out to Remy, who keep an eye on some of these current event things, because then, you know, I wouldn't know about what was happening with the Canadian pipeline if I didn't watch his channel. So I think that's why it's kind of cool when you have, you know, people who have an interest in current events who, you know, you can keep posted on things. And I know this is a Lego stream, but still, you're okay with Call of Duty being an Xbox exclusive? That way the ads won't clog up the PlayStation store. Okay, Debo. That's funny. You were born in the 2000s. Okay, so you're in your 20s. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Well, you know, and if you're a history buff, you would know about what was happening during that time in our history. Okay. Actually, I'm really excited about this. This new technique may be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to showing you this wavy building. And it was at the GT East building in Seoul, Korea. Never mind, that's Django. Okay. I'm not sure what I missed here. It's like, what was Django, Alexander 23?
I don't know. They're talking about some Star Wars guy.
Django Fett.
All right. So next,
This is all up for interpretation, right? Like, that's what I keep telling myself. Yeah, so I had to destroy my pirate ship. So for those of you who don't know, I've done my second rebrick of this set. I made a pirate ship out of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very shocking. Brickanista making a pirate ship.
No,
Spoiler alert, Brickanista did a pirate ship, right?
totally off brand.
Yeah, I know that. I think I've mentioned to people, if I'm going to do a rebrick, one of my rebricks will be a pirate ship. It's just who I am. I see everything as pirate ships.
I think that's brilliant.
Oh, thank you. Well, did you see that I brought it to the cactus brick meeting? And it was so tiny compared to everything else that was there. It was actually kind of funny. I was mildly amused.
Because you made it from this tiny set.
Yeah, I made it from this set. And it's also, like I said, part of it is just raising awareness, right? I mean, in the end, no matter what we build here, I mean, the whole point of this exercise is to mention about mental health. That, you know, working on Lego, and I'll be honest with you, my parents don't understand this. You know, they see me doing this and they go, "Why are you doing this?" It's kind of like, you know, I need this for my mental health. Maybe you don't get it, but I need this. Yeah. Naomi making a pirate ship is someone replaying Skyrim as an archer rogue deal, I guess. It is a perfect set for a pirate ship. Actually, yeah, those sails came out really well. I really liked how the waviness of the sails came out.
You know, and this is a kind of a tough, it's kind of a challenging set to rebrick, since like there are a lot of like very specialized parts in here.
Oh yeah. And I do like the fact that this set came with 2 minifigs. So this challenge is great because we have 2 competitors participating in the Alphabet Olympics, right? I should have, where's my brick separator? Oh, it's like, I only have one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I have a brick separator downstairs. No.
Yeah.
I carry one on my keychain. So whenever I'm like bin diving, I can separate bricks pretty easily. No need to argue. Parents just don't understand. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. I don't even think they've listened to one of my broadcasts. So maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's good to have like your own space.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, but going back to this set, yes, it is challenging, no doubt. But, you know, in the end, like I said, this is more about an interpretation of the challenge and what the challenge means. I do like these flames. I mean, we could make like an Olympic torch, right, out of these flames.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Yeah, like the cauldron, right? There's always the Olympic cauldron. The thing is, when I've used these, I've always put them in the hands of the characters. So I'm not sure if anything else will clutch to this. You'd make an angel with character with vowel dots on their chest, alphabet on the soul. Okay, use the vowel dots as your 11. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a ton of these things in the set too. If you need other things to clutch to.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you full screen. Oh, right.
Yeah.
The Apollo studs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like these studs are great. They open up so many possibilities.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And just what's cool about this whole process is that you start to realize that no matter what the chat throws you, you can come up with something.
I'm really grateful we have an hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I keep putting stuff together and going, no,
that's not going to work. I'm afraid not.
Yep.
Now, I'm curious about the only knife sport I'm familiar with is fencing. Is there another knife sport in the Olympics?
Knife sport. I don't know.
Because I know fencing is big, but I don't know if there's another one. I mean, there's shooting, right? When in the where you ski for a while and then you shoot a gun. It's like it's the weirdest combination for an Olympic sport.
Yeah, I never understood it.
Oh yeah, like the biathlon.
That's it. It's a biathlon in the Winter Olympics where they do cross-country skiing and shooting. Yes. So, Mr. Dewey, you're not in your 20s, but I'm not that old. I'm not in my 20s. Okay. Okay. Well, if you're born in 2000 or in the 2000s, it's 2022 right now. So you're maybe on the cusp of being 20. So anyway, knife throwing will be in the Olympics in 3039. Oops. The Olympics need to introduce a shinobi category. Okay. This is the comment that I wanted to put up. Knife throwing. Well, I guess if I put knife throwing in as an Olympic sport for the letter K, I could do that, right? That's a possibility. Yeah, I think you're right, though, Murray, that this, you start picking up pieces and you start thinking about what you're going to build and you go, maybe not. Let me try this again. Let me do something a little different. I do have an idea for the cauldron, though. I think the cauldron, if I have enough of those ball joints, I think the ball joints would be helpful. If we can pull it off. And if we can't, that's okay too. That's, I think, one of the things I've learned through Lego is you just got to be forgiving of yourself. That things aren't going to be perfect, and that's okay. You were born in 2007. Okay. Thanks, Mr. Dewey. Oh, the javelin. Yes, Debo, you're right. There is the javelin. So the spear. Okay, so we could put a spear as one of the J is for javelin, K is for knife throwing. What else could we do as far as Olympic sports? Which, by the way, speaking of Olympic sports and current events, you probably have been following the news about Beijing and how they're really cracking down on COVID, and especially in preparation for the Olympics coming up.
Yeah, they seem to be doing a lot.
Yeah. They don't want to have COVID there. That's for sure.
Okay. No, and especially because Omicron spreads so easily.
Yeah. Yeah, it's we're in interesting times. Definitely interesting times. Oh, Mischief Managed 16. Hello.
Oh, cool name.
Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think that the more I think about just just I've had personal experience with my brother and my nephews getting COVID, and just how lucky we are to have such a really good healthcare system, because they were given oxygen right away, so they were able to overcome it pretty easily. Not everybody has that opportunity.
Now, I'm going to question you and ask, is that a good healthcare system or a good health insurance?
Yeah.
That's a good comment, because
I wasn't sure if you were being funny or not.
no.
But yeah, I'm glad that that they've had a good experience and have gotten better.
Well, I think it goes back to they are lucky to be covered under an insurance policy through my brother's work.
Yeah.
Had they not been, it certainly could have been much different.
Yeah.
So you're right, Mairead. It's definitely a perspective of the fortunate ones who have health insurance, whether covered by a state or covered by an employer. They still have that opportunity. Okay, now the question is, how am I going to put the flames in here? I think I have a cauldron. Kind of a cauldron. It looks like a cauldron to me. But Debo, he rolled slow, but the gun wasn't sideways enough. Oh my God. This chat is really crazy today.
Mm-hmm. What movies are we looking forward to?
I'm sorry, Mairead, what you were saying?
I think the building I picked might be a little bit too hard. It's it's completely
They do have some interesting buildings.
Wow. That is challenging. That's why I took that swirly building, because we've got plenty of pieces that you can mimic that swirl.
The dancing towers.
The dancing towers?
I think that's what it's called.
Well, there's the dancing towers, and then there's the GTE East building. Here, let me see if I could pull it up again. Okay, so here, let me share my screen for a moment. Okay, here we go. So here's the dancing towers that you're referring to. These. So there's like 3 separate towers that all have that angle to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the building I'm working on is this one, where it's got this kind of wave thing going up on the side. So it's a little different. And from what I understand, this is, I think, the GTE, what's it called? GT Garrick Tower East. Yeah, here's another view. So this is kind of what I'm pulling together using those horns, kind of in a weird abstract way. Not to be exact, but
I think their buildings are amazing. And
yeah. I think somebody mentioned in the chat that Nebraska would have been much harder to do. Yeah, I know. It's funny. Debo's going French and going to give the last place. What? Okay, what did I miss here?
Debo wants to judge us.
Oh, he wants to judge us?
I don't know. I'm hooked on thinking about judge scoring for these events.
Oh, you think we should do that?
I don't know if he means our events or
well, I mean, there's also, we could have the chat. I don't know if I could do a poll using this software. But we could also have the chat judge if we wanted to.
Either way is fine.
I'm still trying to figure out how to attach these flames, because I know they attach to the minifig hands, but I just don't know what else I can attach them to. Oh, okay. They do attach to these glove clips.
Yeah.
So you could attach them this way. Okay. All right. Good to know. And the other thing I've noticed too, and this happens in other mock improvs, is that the builders get really super quiet.
Yeah.
Because they're concentrating so hard. What do I build here? How do I build this? Yeah.
I know. I'm literally just jamming stuff together, trying to make it work.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're doing. And remember, we're all doing this to raise awareness for mental health, and with the Mind the Brick challenges. So if you want to, for the Olympic knife throwing, shinobi, and drive-by events. Oh, I see. You want to do
I don't know.
judging for that. Okay, we're at 35 minutes. Yes, I know. We have been yakking and talking about this, and I think really my question is, how am I going to attach these glove clips into this cauldron to make these flames work? Yeah, actually, this could still work. I wish I had 4. I think they only come with 3 flames in this set.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oh yeah, those things.
Those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
The energy effects. You're talking about these, right?
Yeah. The flames, the translucent orange flames, which I don't know if they're flames or not, but I'm calling them flames because that's how I'm.
Well, I have not seen the Eternals, so I don't know either. Has anyone?
Oh, you haven't seen
the
Eternals yet?
No.
Oh, I actually have. It's very good.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. It's it was an interesting premise, and I loved the diverse cast, but it also left a lot of question marks. It was kind of like, why are they doing this again? Why?
I can see that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This will fit there. Okay. I'm going to rethink this. Oops. Oh, no. That happens a lot in my channel, is I always say, oh, no, and I'm dropping something. All right. It took me a long time to figure out this cauldron thing, I think. Oh, no, that's not going to work either. Oh. It's like, how do you get flames into this set? Now, is it count if it doesn't clutch properly? If it's just like
I was going to ask you that earlier, like how illegal can our illegal moves be? Because
I am definitely. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm doing an illegal move here because there isn't quite a lot of clutch power. But here, I'll show you my little wavy portion of the building, so you can see what I did there. Is I've got these on Apollo studs at the bottom, and then these are on a bar, and then these glove clips sit right on top of these like that. So that's how I'm kind of doing that building, but it's totally illegal as far as this.
I jammed this into his hand. Like, it's not falling, but it's definitely not legal.
I like that though. I might actually borrow that. I think I might be able to put that in the middle of this cauldron that I'm working on.
Or wait, is that one of his superpowers? Like he can hold a weapon in his hand and not get hurt?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think can't he do everything? Icarus, like his eyes go to flame.
The Icarus can fly, and he can shoot flames out of his eyes. Yeah, but he's also not the best character. No spoilers, but let's just say he's not the best character out of the Eternals.
No.
I think
I
Cersei
also-
was my favorite, but I'm also biased.
I think
I like
Cersei was
Gemma
my
Chan.
favorite too.
Yeah, Gemma Chan, I just think everything she's been in, I've always liked. When she was in Crazy Rich Asians, and yeah, she's just awesome, awesome actress. But yeah, just
Fair enough.
and how we doing on time? Okay, we're at the past the 30-minute mark, past the halfway point. No return. It's like we're in it. We are in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. These glove clips, they hold this flame, but it's like, where do you put the glove clip? Because you need to have like a rod to connect it to, like that, right?
Man.
Well, we do have an allowance, though. We do have some allowances. So let's see. What do I have in my collection that I could use as an allowance? Aha. Oh, I think I got it. Those inkwell pieces. The inkwell piece, you can attach this to the end of the glove clip. Oh no. Is there a clutch there? Oh yeah, there is. So here's my plan. Okay, so you got this flame piece attached to the glove clip, and then I'm putting an inkwell piece here, and that will allow me to attach it to the cauldron piece.
Cool.
So, all right. Okay. That should work. Yes. Okay. Awesome. All right. So I'm using these inkwells as part of my allowance. Digging these illegal moves. Perfectly legal. Which one are you talking about, Hooded One? You talking about Maraid's? Maraid's little jamming this in. Anytime you have to say I'm jamming a piece in, probably isn't the best technique for Lego. But it works, right? Kind of goes back to, what are we trying to accomplish here?
What indeed?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's raising awareness.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
And we're having fun, right? But now I've got a new technique that I can use using glove clips and inkwells. So I'm excited about the Team Raid. Malinol 5. Okay.
Hey, Melanoli.
Malinali. Okay, I'm sorry. You've got fans.
I do.
You've got fans here.
Melanoli and I go to
7 minutes.
I lost a piece.
Take care,
Okay,
Mr. Dewey. Thanks for stopping by. And you're not in your 20s. Okay.
We'll remember that.
We'll remember you're not in your 20s.
What are we remembering?
Mr. Dewey is not in his 20s.
Okay.
He was born in, 2007, I think. So we think he's 15 or so. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm happy with this. It's not the best, but it'll work. Yeah. Yeah, I think that it's all interpretation, right? And like you said, we're having fun and we're raising awareness, and the fact that it will be amazing at the end of this what we come up with. Debo, I'm also not in my 20s. Yeah, I'm gonna have to also verify that I am not in my 20s either. So
Oh boy.
Yeah, go CCSF.
Okay, you're gonna have to translate CCSF.
City College San Francisco.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to guess who Mischief Managed is. I think Steph, but I'm not sure.
All right, now that we're at 25 minutes, I've got the cauldron, I've got the makeshift building. Now I've got to work on the Olympian sports. Right? What are they doing?
Yeah.
Okay. What are they doing? This is a new sport in 30. It's the year 3039 in Seoul, Korea. And we are now doing knife throwing as an Olympic sport, right? You have a shirt that's 20 years old. I do too.
I might do.
Yeah, I think I definitely back in Seattle. I have a sleep shirt, I think, that I've had since I was a teenager. It's like one of those Mickey Mouse long shirts, you know. I think I've had it that long. But you know, when you have good shirts, you just don't want to get rid of them. All right, so javelin. Do we have a spear in here?
There's a sword. I mean, you could use the sword.
You could probably makeshift one, right? Because you brought up a good point, Debo. Javelin is in the Olympics. I think we could probably put 2 Apollo studs together and put a javelin in place. Aha. What do you think of that for a javelin?
Oh, that's great.
That'll
Sorry,
work,
I can't
right?
see it.
So we're going to have knife throwing and javelins in our Alphabet Olympics.
Oh my goodness, this is so much harder than I wanted it to be.
No, it doesn't have to be hard. No, don't worry. Don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. We're just having fun here. Let's see. I'm trying to do that wavy building thing again. Like, how did I do that to begin with? Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, like I said, every time I've done this, it's always amazed me what people come up with in the end. And even though, you know, it's all open for interpretation, it's still amazing work. Amazing work by some amazing builders. Which I would not be surprised because we just have really amazing people in our little community. You have a shirt that at least 27, but it still can't buy alcohol. Okay, Deepa. You're on a roll today, my friend. You have a Lego set that's older than 20. Yeah, that's true.
I wish I still had some of my childhood Lego, but it's just not to be.
That's all right. You have new Lego that you can appreciate.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that now that I'm seeing another way to do this, I'm wondering if I should redo this another. No, I better not. Running out of time.
I'm feeling that time crunch.
You feeling the time crunch?
Yeah.
Feel the burn. Feel the burn. I'm so glad we have a lot of Apollo studs in here, though. That helps a lot, I think. Yeah, that saves me a bar. But it is kind of a, it's not that secure. That's the only problem. No.
Oh yeah, Mairead has a reptile aquarium in the back there.
I do. This is my new friend Finn. I just acquired him yesterday. His parent needed to go into hospital for a little bit.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's your bearded dragon, right?
He is. He's brand new. He's about this size.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And so far, anytime I talk to him, his like eyeballs glare at me. So,
It's like, who do you think you're talking to?
I know. In my mind, we're becoming friends. I'm not sure if we're becoming friends in his mind yet.
Oh, funny.
How do you differentiate like that expression from another expression?
This is what I'm learning. He's not puffed up, and he doesn't have like he gets spiky when he's scared.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I drove him home, he was very prickly, and I was like, "Ooh, I think that's."
Yeah, he's like going, "Where are you taking me? Who are you?"
Yeah.
I've never owned a reptile either before, so I'm excited.
So this is new for you.
Yes.
I had a friend who, in college, who had a bunch of snakes, and he now owns a snake reptile company in, I think, in the Bay Area. I think he's still there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he went to Berkeley with me. I'll have to look him up. It's like, are you still selling? You still into those reptiles?
Yeah.
All right, one more glove clip. Okay. All right, we've got a wavy building here.
Are you calling these little tiny ones glove clips?
Yes, that's
Oh,
the name that I
that's a cute
got
name.
from my conversations with Debo. That's
I
what
like
he
it.
calls them. That's what he calls them. So it's like, if Debo calls them that, that's good enough for me. I'm going to call it that too. And I don't know who told me about Apollo studs, but I use that term as well. Okay.
The ones with the hole in them?
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm trying to build the letter K and the letter J for javelin and knife throwing. I think that works, right? Like the letter J. The only problem is I've got these on a, I don't have much contrast here. This is the problem when I have multiple colors on a plate. 18 minutes. You have Lego that's over 50? Wow. Wow. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Okay. Well, I'm feeling better about this now. I really wasn't feeling the whole Seoul, Korea thing, but now that I've seen those buildings and now that I have a plan, it seems like it's coming together.
Yeah, like I don't know anything about Korea, but I looked at some buildings and we're going to make something.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to make something that is kind of an interpretation of that. If I ever saw medium lavender glove clip, I'd pass out from excitement. Yes. Yes, you are definitely
true.
Which, by the way, Debo, your mini doll and your friend's build was absolutely spot on. So you did an awesome job on that. I didn't have time to do one for this go around for the Tricky Bricks challenge, but you really knocked it out of the park. And you even got applause from Flynn too. Flynn did a little clap. So, yeah, you got recognized. What is the letter J? The letter J. Are you doing letters for your alphabet Olympics?
Yes, I am doing some letters.
Mm-hmm.
Like the letters are actually like the easiest thing. Like they came together. I was really happy. Now I just have to build Korea.
Oh yeah.
I feel like my scale is really off.
That's okay.
Like very micro builds in the back and then giant people in the front.
It happens. I have a micro scale building and large minifigs too. So don't worry. It's all good. We're raising awareness. I've participated in a couple of the Mind the Brick challenges. I'm not sure if you've seen some of the other ones. Like the one by Brick Fam Jedi. She did the word support so that every day for a week you build something, and one's supposed to be the letter S, U, P, P, O, R, T. And I used my Bro Thor builds for part of that. That was fun. Yeah, I wish you worked different hours too, Debo. But yeah, you did get recognized really well by the gang. They were really happy with your build.
I completely forgot all about that.
Yeah, I think part of it is just, there's so many challenges now by so many different people. It's like what you have to, make a choice on which ones you're going to do. Okay, javelin throwing. We got Sprite, and which one's going to be the javelin thrower? Probably, I think we're going to make Icarus the javelin thrower. Thank you so much, Debo, for that. Because I was trying to rack my brain, like, do they actually have an Olympic sport where they actually have knives? Like, and javelin throwing works. Totally works. Okay. I guess if we wanted to use our allowance, you could use one of those action pins too. Okay, we have 13 minutes. My Twitch channel will be totally different. I will throw my backlog in a fire pit. I have enough sets to last me at least 2 years, even if I were to stream daily. Well, I'm glad you brought up Twitch, because this evening, for those of you who didn't get enough of the Brick and Easter Broadcast Network, I will be streaming again tonight at 9 o'clock Pacific on Twitch. And I'm going to continue with, excuse me for blocking the timer, but I have the Chinese New Year set, the traditions. So I'm going to build another module tonight. I don't know which one yet. Maybe I'll ask the chat for which one they want me to build. But I'm only streaming 3 times a week now, so it's kind of slow going. But that's okay. It's like, you do what you can. That's what I've learned through this whole thing, is that when life happens, you just do what you can. Because, I know a lot of streamers who have, like Kim Zarachino. She's the one who helped me get started on Twitch, and she hasn't streamed in a long time, which is a shame, because I really learned a lot from her. And, life gets in the way. Sometimes priorities change. And then there was another woman on Twitch who I was following, IDK Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
And she isn't streaming either. Yeah, all these streamers, it's like, no, don't go away. So that's why when I came down here, I said, I need to stream also for me. It's just for my own mental health. Since we're talking about mental health, that, there's an enjoyment I get too from streaming, talking with friends like the two of you, and also interacting with the chat. It's a shame TB still mentions her about, oh, you mean Zirakino Kim? Makes me think she's still around. Evil grin. What, did you dispose of her? You didn't have anything to do with her disappearance, did you?
Now we know what happened.
Yes, I know. It was his evil plan. Was that you, Joel? Did you do that? Did you make Zirakino Kim go away? Olympic Corn Hotel. Olympic Cornhole. Played in a parking lot. Well, speaking of cornhole, since we were talking about the Niners earlier, is that one of the biggest events at a what do you call them, a tailgate party, is cornhole. So you'll see lots of people playing cornhole.
Oh.
Okay. I'm running out of studs. I guess I could pick out of my collection. Remember, we still have a 12-piece allowance.
Trying to save that till I really have to.
Save it until you really need it, huh?
Yeah. I already took one stick out, so I wasn't stealing the same idea as you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Cornhole sport. Yes. My friend Steph calls them Legos. Can you let her know why it's called Lego? Yes, we can, Steph.
Ooh.
It's actually Lego bricks. Lego is not plural, or Lego is already plural as Lego, kind of like sheep, right? It's a group of
Yeah.
sheep, not sheeps.
Yeah.
As an alternative,
Mhm.
grammar is all made up. So she wants to call it Legos.
Some people get offended by Legos. I don't really care. We all know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
I think I'm more offended when I see like something that's like barely even a brick called Lego brick building, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, it is subjective, but it's also, if you want to be respected by some of the people who've been in the Lego community for a long time. Joel, you're just causing trouble. And he's shouting. You don't have to shout. We get your point. All right. I think I'm going to have to dig into my collection for a couple of more studs just so I can build this letter. But we have 8 minutes, 52 seconds. And I think we're close to being done. Oh, wait a minute. I do have some Apollo studs here. Hold up. I think I hear my brother downstairs with my dad, so that's good. He's arrived. Good. Yeah, I think I told you my brother's an anti-vaxxer, so he's like, "Oh, I just went to the movies." Like, are you freaking kidding me? You're at the movies in the middle of a pandemic?
Yeah.
I like Steph is out here defending herself, saying she doesn't call them Legos. You can call them whatever you want, love. No one's going to judge you.
Okay, so who was asking though earlier? If it wasn't
Molinolli asked, and I think he asked for Steph.
Oh, I see. For clarification. Okay, no worries. And like Remy said, it's all grammar, so call it whatever you like. It's okay.
Well, yeah, for example, like in America, we call it AFOs, right? But in Europe, we call it AFOs. I think in Australia and New Zealand, they call it AFOs too.
Well, there you go. So, it goes back to what Remy was saying about grammar. It's up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah, I pick tomatoes.
Tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. Let's see. We just need one more stud. Okay, I'm going to grab a stud out of my collection. So that'll be my fourth piece that I'm adding to this. But we have 6 minutes and 52 seconds. And this was definitely a challenge. I will say, Debo, you definitely picking Seoul, Korea was not expected, but it works out. You also have AFOBs. What's an AFOB? Adult fan of bricks? I'm guessing.
Legot equals Lego, meaning sore foot or play well.
Yeah.
What's an AFOB?
Yeah, what's
adult fan of bricks?
Adult fan of bricks, I think. You need the Jurassic Park set behind Maraid. You're just like picking apart our backdrops and like saying, I want that, and I want that, I want that. That's funny. Okay, so I've added a fourth piece out of my collection, which is just a trans stud. And I think hopefully that will clutch. Okay.
And I added so many pieces. Let's see. What are we up
You
to
added
now?
a lot of pieces?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're allowed up to 12.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because we even said on the broadcast with Brighton Bricks that for the Rebricks, so if you're going to do this at home, that's not a mock improv. If you just get the set, you're still allowed a 12-piece brace because there's 133 pieces. Actually, I think we said 10%. So if you want to, at least 90% of your build is using pieces that are in the set. And yeah, so I've added 4 pieces now. I might be able to add a few more trans orange. Maybe I could add 3 more now that we're at 4 minutes, 33 seconds.
How do you spell Olympic?
OLYMPIC. I notice things I'm not supposed to. My brain always gets on a tangent. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. That's what makes you special, Joel.
Because your villainous mind is working overtime.
Okay, we're down to 3 minutes, 50 seconds. It's funny, is I thought I had more trans orange, but I don't. It makes you look at your collection in a very different light. Okay, I'm adding a 5th piece. Only because I only had 3 trans orange pieces for the fire. So I'm adding a red stud just to add to the fire.
I think I'm down to 9 pieces. I can live with
9? Well, that's not bad. Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself.
No.
Not everybody is using Lego anymore. As far as the term Lego versus Legos.
I think a
5-minute warning.
Non-Lego pieces.
Yeah, we're down to almost the 2-minute warning. And speaking of which, what's the score for the game? And anybody know?
I think
are the Rams still ahead?
Oh, it's 27-6 apparently. So
yes, the Rams are kicking their butt. Amazing. That is awesome.
Yes.
Poor Tom Brady. I know he really wanted a double back to back. But
you know what? I think he'll be okay.
I think he'll be fine.
I'm not worried about that guy.
I'm not worried about Tom Brady.
I'm worried about that guy.
I'm not.
Okay.
I know we probably should be, but I'm not.
Should we be?
I think he's okay.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Him and was it Giselle? will be fine. Giselle. Yes. And I think I heard an interview with him about how his kids know Portuguese, but he has no clue. I was like, yeah, don't talk to your father in Portuguese. He doesn't understand. I can see the conversation at home with his kids. Yeah. Don't talk to your father like that. He doesn't understand Portuguese.
That's very silly.
Oh,
yeah, this is definitely abstract.
I can't get my letters to stay.
You just ordered your first set from this German brick company, NL Felice.
Yeah.
Brady will always have his Trump MAGA cap to cry on if he loses.
Yes, he will.
Okay, we're down to 52 seconds. Get your details together.
I don't know if I can. Yeah, I don't think I can add anything to this.
I see myself as more of a Lego user. It's a nasty habit. No, it isn't. It's not a nasty habit. It is going back to mental health. Wouldn't it be better if more people worked on Lego than taking drugs? There's a lot of people who have to take drugs for mental health, but if you can work on Lego and it gives you the same satisfaction, wouldn't that be a great place to be? No, it's not bricks down. We still have 16 seconds.
Yeah.
Debo, don't be messing with people. Okay, we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Yeah.
hands up.
It's not gonna work.
Okay. Woo! Nice work. Who wants to go first?
I can try.
Yeah.
Show you what I do.
Okay. All right, Mairead.
Okay.
Let's see what
So-
you got.
Shoot. I'm afraid to lift it up. I feel like that's a whole extra challenge.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. I'm kind of the
Not
same
destroying
boat.
your mock.
Oh.
There we go.
Here's
Oh,
my City
nice.
of Seoul, and my Olympics won't stay on, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
the
hold it
sea.
really
Oh,
steady.
look at that.
Nice.
Oh, look at that. You've got the tiles, the dots.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to you too, Alexander.
Yeah. Happy New Year,
23.
Alexander.
And
And then
applause
here's
from
my
Debo.
guy. Here's Sprite bringing in the Olympic torch.
Oh, he's got
Oh,
the torch.
nice.
That's cool.
I love it.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
look how wobbly I am. Sorry, I should have taken more.
It's okay. And this is good. This is like forced perspective. That
Yeah.
Yeah,
you've
you
got-
got like a whole scene.
you
Like,
got a whole scene there.
man,
Wow.
sorry, I'm showing up here.
I only worked on one building.
Mhm.
You did a lot more than I did.
Thank you.
No,
I
that's
tried
good.
to
Glad
build
to
like
see
some
somebody using
Buddhist
dots.
temples and some fancy new buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to do that rounded
Great
building.
interpretation.
That was like the weird shape.
Mhm.
Yeah, I gave up and I made it just upwards as opposed
Yeah,
to
just-
round.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
that's all
it.
you need.
You did a good job. And hello, Gary Mullane from
Hello
Ireland.
Hi, Gary.
And thank you, PT McEwen. I agree. It's a nice build. Good
Mhm.
job, Mairead. See, you were worried about nothing. You kept
Yeah.
saying you had, this anxiety about building, but
Mhm.
wasn't it fun?
It was super fun.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. How about you,
All right.
Remy?
Yeah, I'll go next. So here we have the alphabet games in Korea,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got, Icarus with the I
Oh.
and Sprite with the S.
Okay, cool.
And in the background, this is the supposed to be the Dancing Towers, and this
Mhm.
is something called Jongno Tower. I hope I'm pronouncing
Oh.
that correctly.
Nice.
Ooh.
Debo might know. He's big
There you
into
go.
architecture.
Yeah,
I love that. I like how you have the two minifigs holding their letters too.
yeah.
That was a
Yeah, I
good
like that.
interpretation of that. And the hooded one says, "Nope, it's a pirate ship." They have a lot of camera sets, and I'm sure you will appreciate.
Yeah.
Wow, that is great. Awesome job, Remy.
There you go.
Okay, so this is what I did, and I didn't do a large scene. I just focused on one building. So this is kind of my interpretation of that wavy building.
Yeah, that's
Excellent.
a good connection too. I wouldn't have thought of that connection.
So and this is totally illegal because I know that these are, I showed you this earlier, that they're just kind of resting on top of the horns there. But just to kind of get that wavy building look is, and then I tilt this slightly. You can see I've got the letter J here for javelin.
Oh yeah,
So I've got, let's see if I can
Oh,
hide my face a little bit so you can see.
yeah. We can see
There's
it.
the javelin, and then I've got the K for the knife throwing, even though knife throwing isn't a real Olympic sport. But I've got J and K together. And I think if I had, of course, more parts, I would probably have built maybe a little back here, but
Mhm.
it just wasn't going to happen. But yeah, so this is my interpretation of Seoul, Korea, and
I love
the
it.
Alphabet Olympics, which is something I didn't even know about. So thank you, chat, for
Yeah.
all those suggestions.
Yeah,
That
we're
was
still
awesome.
unclear on what exactly the Alphabet Olympics is, but
Yeah,
it could be one or any of these.
that's true.
Could be all
That's
three.
absolutely true. But I wanted to thank my guests again, Remy and Mairead. That was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And for those of you who are new to the Brickanisa Broadcast Network, feel free to like and subscribe. And we do the mock improv once a month. And for those of you, I know some people in the chat, Alexander 23Z and PT McEwen and also Debo have participated in previous episodes. So I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel, so you can look at some of the previous episodes too of mock improv. And I know that Mairead I've interviewed before too. She was on last week when we were doing the Bro Thor review, which, by the way, a couple reminders. First of all, I will be streaming tonight as part of the Brick Relay. So I participate on Twitch along with Brick and Nick, Cranky Bricks, Set to Build, Dr. Cat Builds, and then it passes on to me. So I will be on at 9, but feel free to follow any of them. I'm going to post this on my Instagram account too. I didn't want to confuse people. I stream twice on Sundays. And then also #Mind the Bricks. There's so many awesome builders that are out there doing different kinds of challenges. So in addition, we still have, you can still contribute using your, and did you see my little Instagram reel where I did Can't Touch This and Rebrick This?
Oh,
So
no, I didn't see that. I'll
Rebrick
have to see that.
Yeah, you'll have to look for that. It's yeah, and Rebrick This. I took the TikTok. TikTok has a larger variety of music.
Mm-hmm.
So I use TikTok and then I do a mirror image and move it into Instagram. But Eternals Aerial Assault Set, it's only $9.99, and just take the pieces and build something. And then put #Mind the Brick and Rebrick This. And we're going to be doing a review next week with Brighton Bricks at this same time. And finally, the other one I want to do a shout out for is Matthew Builds Bricks. He's doing one, which is Lego Home Sweet Home, #Lego Home Sweet Home. So if you have some time between now and then, think about doing that. It would be a great thing to do. And once all of this is over, we'll talk about the Bro Thor Valentine's Day Challenge, mm-hmm. which we're gonna run in a couple weeks. But thank you again, everybody. Thank you, Mairead. Thank you, Remy, for being on the show. Thank you in the chat. We have Joel, Alexander 23, PT McEwen, Malinali, Mischief Manage, Debo, Malene. Anybody else? Oh, I should say Huey, Dewey, who are not 20. They were here earlier too. And Hooded One, of course. Anybody else? If I've missed you, my apologies. Just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for just hanging out, fun with us with another mock improv episode, which we know what we're going to be building. And this time we did it with the Rebrick to raise awareness for #Mind the Brick. So whatever you do, everyone, remember your mental health is so important. Reach out to the people that you love and care for, and make sure that they also and their mental health is in check, because we all need to have a break. We all need each other to get through these tough times. And with that, I just want to say, everybody, thank you. And Remy and Mairead, if you can hang on when the stream is over, I'll just say bye to you afterwards. So thank you, everybody. And as they say on the Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care. Bye.